And before we get into today's video now, it's for my young fellas, 25 and under. There's some things you got to keep in mind when you're stepping out here. You got to take a bath, man. You got to be clean, put together, groom yourself. Matter of fact, this is a PSA for everyone. I'm not even going to single out my young boys. For everyone, okay? We want these fragrance recommendations. We want to smell good. Listen, you can't be functified to the 10th power and step out of your house and have on 25 sprays of Dior Sauvage or YSL EDP. You can't do that. You shouldn't do that. Okay? So let's get it together. Obviously, I'm not talking to all y'all. Some of y'all, you ain't got to say nothing. Just keep it to yourself. But go handle that. You'll be surprised. Being cleaned up and fresh, nice fit, groomed with a couple splats. You'll be amazed what it can do. Let's get to today's video. Don't be offended unless I'm talking to you. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic, positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we get down here in this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right, so today we're back with a request video. Actually, I got a couple of requests based off a video that I did about maybe a month ago. It was one designer, one niche for all seasons. All right, so going through the spring, summer, fall, and winter. And I had some of my young fellas reach out to me, not only on YouTube, but also where I work. And I work around a lot of younger men who are roughly around that, you know, that 22 to 29 age frame, where I'm seeing these guys every single day, and they're talking fragrances and men's grooming, and it's a real dope scene where I am. So I've got a request to do a 25 and under version of this type of video. Now, these recommendations are for everybody. I'm not limiting this to 25 and under, but this is who requested the video. So these are more, let's see, they're more simpler scents. They're fun scents. They are more, they're not complex or complicated. So if you're looking for that in this video, it's not going to be here today. And there's nothing wrong with simplicity. There's nothing wrong with none of these fragrances that we're going to be discussing today. So one designer, one niche, 25 or under edition. Let's go ahead and kick it off. And again, for those that didn't hear me a few seconds ago, all of these recommendations will work for any of you. Don't put anything in the comments. Thank you. All right, up next, first up from the house of now Rabanne, we have let's call it what it is on the bottle. Paco Rabanne Invictus Platinum. Invictus Platinum for the springtime. We're going to start off with spring here. And I remember getting this fragrance. I paid full retail for this fragrance when it came out. It was just something about this. It was fruity, slightly green, earthy, sweet style of a fragrance that me and my brother said, man, shout out to Tyrone Koppel, we were like, yo, this is really, really good. And I got about almost half of the bottle left. This came out about 2 years ago, maybe. And for the springtime, it just worked. I mean, I literally was wearing this back-to-back days, wearing it to go out, wearing it on, I wore it to the gym. There's different things during the springtime where this shines, and it just fits the spring for me. Now, you could wear it whenever you want, but for the springtime, this is really, really good. So for 25 and under recommendation, spring designer, we have Paco Rabanne's Invictus Platinum. Good stuff. All right, up next, the niche route, and I did keep in mind pricing here, because when you're 25 and under, look, I understand you ain't trying to spend no wild money to smell great. So these niche recommendations that I have, they're on discounters for a really, really good price. All right, so niche recommendation for the spring, and I'm saying this is for, I'm recommending this for 25 and under, but I wear this a lot in the spring myself. From the house of Parfums de Marly, we have Greenlee. One of my favorite Parfums de Marly's ever. This stuff is fantastic. Fresh, clean, green apple. Just a beautiful scent, man. beautiful. Just when I smell it, it just smells like being out and about, you know, outdoors, you know, just moving around. I just can't get enough of how this smells. And the green apple really stands out with this fragrance for sure. So again, like I said, fresh and clean and vibrant. It's reminiscent of, you know, a fragrance that when the cold is out of here, right? And I'm talking about it's gone, and it is a little bit warmer out, and the sun is out longer during the day. We're getting longer days, and like that. This is what this smells like. And for my young fellas out there, this is something that, you know, your lady are like. This is something that if you're going to run around and have a good time, you and the fellas, y'all are going to do y'all thing. This is something that you can spray on, and it's just going to smell great. It's nothing about this that's like, oh my God, is it not? It's not. All right, but it is a bit different due to what that green apple provides. All right, there's petitgrain in here as well. Again, fresh, clean. The green apple is not super fruity, it's slightly tarty as well, but it's really, really good. So niche, under 25 for the springtime. We have Parfums de Marly, Greenlee. Parfums de Marly, Greenlee. Like I said, on discounters, you can get Greenlee for a great price for sure. All right. Up next, something that came out in 2024 that a lot of you love. I think is really, really good too. We're going to transition over to the summer designer from the house of Versace. We have Aeros Energy. Aeros Energy from the house of Versace. Bright citrus, summertime in a bottle, little woodsy elements there, but I get a lot of citrus. Grapefruit, lemons, bergamots, that's what I get here. Kind of like this candy. As it starts to kind of really dry down, I get this like hint of sweetness that is mingling with the citruses as they start to balance out. But for the summertime, this is easy. This is easy money. This is an easy win. So no matter what you got going on, where you are, what you're doing, especially if you live where I live, where the heat is pumping. And a lot of you young boys around here running around with your shirts off at the gym, doing your thing, flexing. You know, I used to be 25, so I know exactly what those times are like. A lot of y'all are just having a blast, and you should be safe and fun, but have a blast. All right, but this is one for the summertime that is apps. Did I just do like a dad moment there? I apologize for that. This is a good one for the summer. Great times, fun times. Tap in from the house of Versace. Talking Aeros Energy, which is a great recommendation in my opinion for my 25 and under crowd for sure, or anybody in particular for the summer. All right, let's go summer niche. And I love this stuff for sure, and a lot of people love this. And I know my young fellas out there will tap into this from the house of Mancera. We're talking Soay Daay. To me, this is just a must-have for the summer. It is a must-have for the summer. Pink pepper, citrus, a little bit of a floral touch that kind of, you know, softens it up. Actually gives it a little bit of a natural sweetness, in my opinion. Aquatic feel to it. Yo, this stuff is fire, man. It is fire. Again, for the summertime in the heat, you're running around, you're playing around, you're at the beaches, you're at the pool, you're out of town, you're on a cruise. Like, you're just living it up during the summer. You could be summer break from college, or you're fresh out of high school, or, you know, you're graduating. You know, like, you could be out here as a young man in the world, just kind of doing your thing, making your money, got your own place, got your own whip. Like, you're just doing your thing. This is just one of those ones where you spray on 8 to 9 times, because I know a lot of my young boys is letting it rip. But this is one you could do that with, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool, man. So for the summertime, I highly recommend this one. There's a lot of other ones from Mancera that get a lot of push for the summer. By Soay Daay, man, it is a banger. 25 or under, my young boys, trust me on this. Get this for a great price. I got this for under $100 on discounters. I'll try to find a link for around that price or somewhere in the neighborhood. You can just type it if you're interested. From the house of Mancera, summer under 25 niche, Soay Daay from Mancera. All right, let's transition into fall. And I know a lot of y'all like the sweeter fragrances, but I went with some things that had a little bit of, you know, character, some depth to it. Not the most special fragrances in the world, but they smell really, really good. They're going to get the job done. And I know how it is when the weather's getting a little cooler. You know, we like to layer up. We like to go out, hit the lounges, hit the bars, hit the parties, I got you. These two right here for the fall, it's gonna keep you a little bit busy, my guys. From the house of Aeros, which one is this one? Is this the Wanted by Night or the Most Wanted? I've always gotten the name wrong, but this is the Most Wanted Parfum. The Most Wanted Parfum, this is my favorite from the line. Red ginger, bourbon, vanilla. Just really, really, really good stuff. The vanilla in here is just beautiful. It's a bit dry, like a dry vanilla, if that makes any sense. But it's a compliment magnet. It is one of the dopest designer releases that have come out in the last 3 years, in my opinion. This is one I also bought for retail because I was just addicted to the profile. It just worked for me. And wearing it to the office and wearing it out, to events, compliments. A lot of y'all want compliments. You desire compliments. I feel you. You done went to the mall, you done got a fresh cut, you getting yourself together and you're trying to let them know I'm out here. I got you. Looking into the Wanted by Night Parfum, it's good. Honestly, you can go with anyone from the line. But this is one that it kind of separates itself, in my opinion, from the previous release, the EDP Intense, I believe, the all black bottle. It just kind of separates itself from that. That's good too, but I think this is better. And that red ginger vanilla, it's just a great combo. Really love this one. Great for the winter. If you're stepping out, tap in. From the house of Aeros, we have the Most Wanted Parfum. The Most Wanted Parfum. I remember one time I was saying, this is Wanted by Night, and y'all lit me up. But I've always got tangled up with the name. Wanted by Night, the Most Wanted. Sue me. All right. Up next, we're gonna go to one that doesn't get talked about a lot. I gotta thank my guy Rick and Jay for sending this my way. But when I smelled this in preparation for the video, I said this will absolutely work on a niche upscale, and it could, get you in the mindset of there's a little bit more out there if you're kind of seasoned in your experiences with fragrances. From the house of Caral Barcelona, we have D600, the EDP. Now this is along the lines of that Dior Intense, Valentino, Uomo, intense type of vibe. You get this very light play on iris. There's some vanilla here. There's a sparkly citrus opening. It wears a little lighter. It's not a loud scent, but it does have staying power. The sweetness, the sweetness in here compares with the iris and the citrus, makes this a really attractive scent. You get this on discounts for a decent price for sure, but it's just one that, let's say you're with somebody, you're stepping out. It's a fall date night. You're really trying to, impress that special someone, make a great impression on someone. This is what's going to step you up in class a little bit. This is not nothing out of this world, super complex, going to be super challenging. That's not what you need at 25, in my opinion, unless you're there with your taste. You want something that's going to be good to go, but it's also going to be intriguing enough where conversations can take place. Compliments can be had. And young fellas, remember, you have to be groomed. Take care of yourself. Moisturize, brush your teeth, clean it up, put on a nice fit, make sure your clothes fit, spray on a couple sprays, and watch the magic happen over and over again. Trust me on that. All right, so take that advice and then tap into something like this and watch what can happen. Highly recommend this for that transition for my young fellas out there. You might be wanting something a little bit different than what you're used to coming out of your local Dillard's or your Macy's or something like that. So Caral Barcelona, D600, fall niche. This is something that I would definitely consider and look into. This is really, really good stuff. All right. Up next, we're going to talk about winter time. All right. So designer. All right. For the winter, we're going to go with the sweet palette here because a lot of my young fellows, they want the sweeter fragrances. That's what hey, Mr. D, hey D, I need a sweet fragrance. I need something that's going, I got you, man. I got you. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have Uomo. Uomo, a beautiful sweet tiramisu fragrance, and the note of tiramisu is in here. Cinnamon, vanilla, buttery, smooth, gourmand style of a scent. Very sexy stuff. You're gonna be a dangerous man in the wintertime wearing something like this. Couple sprays take you a long way. You're gonna come off desirable. You're gonna come off interesting. And I'm talking to my 25 and under crew. When you step into the building, maybe half of the room is gonna be wearing YSL, something, or Dior something, or maybe, they're gonna be wearing something along the lines of that, probably most likely. But ain't too many 25 and under, I don't think, young men are walking in smelling like Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo. This is popular in the community, but it's not popular out there in the world. It's not. And that's the difference here. So if you're looking for something different, but you want to keep that sweet style of fragrance, you want a big compliment factor, you're trying to maybe impress somebody or get to know somebody, you just don't want to have any misses, this is the one to look into for the winter time. Trying to get cozied up, maybe going to the movies, maybe y'all are, having a dinner date in or something like that. This is one to definitely tap into. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, winter designer, 25 and under, we have Uomo. Salvatore Ferragamo Uomo. You can get this for a great price on discounters. Like really, really good. You might even stumble into your local Burlington or your local Ross, and you might have a win there as well. All right, and last but not least, we're going to step it up in class for the niche side when it comes to designer in the winter season. And this is another one that is a little bit different. You can get it for a great price right now on discounters, and it is based around vanilla, but it's a different style. From the house of Virtus Petit, very popular in the community, we have Vanilla Oud. Very charred vanilla, caramel, charred vanilla. The oud in here does not play a dangerous part in the fragrance. It actually adds to its mystique, mysterious type of vibe. Very interesting depth to this fragrance, in my opinion. And again, if you got yourself well put together, young fellas, you're going out to the world, you're doing your thing, you ready for a step up in class, and a couple sprays of this, you're gonna shut it down. Now, there are some mixed conversations about this, so sample. I'm gonna recommend sampling everything that I talked about today. Sample, sample, sample. And I have some sample sites down below if you want to sample some fragrances. But in my opinion, more times than not, more people lean towards this being a really, really good scent based around vanilla. It's one of the top vanillas in my collection, easy. And again, this video was really based around, having some great fragrances, but affordability as well for 25 and under, because I've been there and I get it. So you want to step up in class, you want that niche life, you're going out on a winter's night. This is a great sillage maker. This is a great introduction fragrance to someone introducing themselves to you, or you introducing yourself to them. So a lot of praise in this fragrance in the community, but again, sample everything and see for yourself. From the house of Virtus, we're talking Virtus Vanilla Oud for winter niche for my 25 and under gentlemen for sure. All right, so there you have it, guys. Those are one designer, one niche for each season: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Again, I tried my best to keep it in a really decent price range. I have links to these fragrances that you can get them at a decent price. But again, sample if you're not sure. I don't recommend blind buying, but blind buy if you dare. That's on you. All right, even though you're 20, you're 25, you're under, you're making some money, you're doing your own thing, you can make your own decisions with that, but I recommend sampling. All right, so hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Like I said, these fragrances are for everybody. They're not just for 25-year-olds and under. They could be for any and everybody. Obviously they are, because I'm 40 years old and I wear them. They're in my collection, but the profiles really fit for at least when I can go back to when I was 25. These are the fragrances that I would have been wearing at 25 years old, one designer, one niche. These are the ones, as I put this video together, I put myself back to when I was 23, 24, 25 years old. And these are the fragrances that I would have been rocking with. So anybody watching this video, what are your recommendations for the young fellas, man, 25 and under? What do you recommend? What do you suggest they get their nose on? And give them some options down below in the comments. All right. So until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Y'all know what it is, man. It's positive energy. It's positive vibes always. Appreciate y'all support. Appreciate y'all for watching. I don't take it for granted. And as always, spack it up, spack it down, spack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world, that's exactly what you're going to get back. All right. Peace, y'all. Until next time.